Hey there, thanks so much for stopping by. If my voice sounds a little off today, it's probably because I'm coming down with a cold or something like that. Whenever the seasons change in Japan, I come down with something, so it's just about that time of year. Now, I recently went to the convenience store, or the konbini, which is how the Japanese people say it. The Japanese love to shorten names of things in that way. Konbini comes from the word convenience store. It's a shortened form of the word convenience, therefore konbini, so I'll be referring to the convenience store in that way for the rest of the video. It's just so much easier and faster to say it that way. So anyway, I went to the konbini the other day, and I noticed that they had a couple of seasonal items or food and drinks that were only available for the Halloween season. This is one of the great things about Japan. Japan knows how to celebrate the seasons, and one of the ways they do that is by releasing limited time flavors or foods and drinks. It's one of the great ways to be able to truly experience the changing of the seasons, and a lot of the Japanese people like to experience that change through food. In this video, I'll be sharing with you a couple of items that I picked up to celebrate the spirit of the Halloween season, which is a little ironic because Japan doesn't celebrate Halloween. Really, it's purely for aesthetic purposes and marketing purposes. Regardless, it's fun to see all of the limited time food and drinks that come out during this time because they get pretty interesting. And I thought it might be worth sharing with you as well. And let's just say that the theme among the items that I'll be sharing with you is just the color black. You'll see what I mean. I haven't had my coffee for the day yet, and I usually start my morning with a cup. And so I thought, why not start it off with a Starbucks drink? This is a limited time Halloween Starbucks latte? Yes, a latte. A lot of the konbinis in Japan carry this very limited time or seasonal Starbucks flavored lattes. It's something I've never seen before outside of Japan, and you can tell that it's the flavored latte for the Halloween season because of the design on the packaging. There's a lot of pumpkins and ghosts and spiders and bats scattered throughout the body of the package. I think that's quite colorful. And this flavor is called Sweet Caramel Pudding Latte. Yeah, that's a mouthful. And this sounds like a very, very sweet latte. And I love pudding. It's one of my favorite desserts, and I just can't imagine what it will taste like in latte form. Let's give it a taste. Alright, here goes nothing. That is super sweet. I was not expecting that punch. I would say it's sweeter than the actual dessert of a pudding as well. By the way, the pudding in Japan is more like flan, so you can imagine just how sweet this drink is. On top of that, there's a caramel flavor as well. So if you combine the natural sweetness of caramel and then the natural sweetness of pudding, you put that together, that's like double the sweetness. If you are into that kind of stuff, this is the drink for you. Definitely a great experience, but as much as I like sweet things and I really love my desserts, I don't think this is something that I will be drinking a lot of. Something like once a week is more than enough for me because it's just so sweet. This will definitely fill up your sweet meter for the day. There are a lot more konbinis than there are Starbucks in Japan, so if you have a hankering for Starbucks but you're not anywhere near one, you can easily just stop by a konbini and purchase yourself a latte. Because the size is like half of a regular latte at Starbucks, the price is also half of that, and this one costs about 230-40 yen if I recall. So you get your Starbucks kick at half the price. The next thing I want to share with you is a chip, and it is from the company Calbee, which is a very famous chip company, and they are known for this particular brand called Jagabee. The word jaga is taken from the Japanese word jagaimo, which is potato in Japanese. And I have no idea where B comes from. And the flavor is called kuroi consommé or black consommé. What is interesting about Jagabee is the potato chips are fashioned in the shape of French fries. So they are literally like potato sticks, and they are thickly cut. And just looking at the picture, it looks like the potato sticks are black, like they're coated in some kind of black powder. I especially like the little guy. That's the mascot of the Calbee brand. He is a little potato and he is holding a paintbrush, so it looks like he's painted over the potato sticks. According to the packaging, the black coloring comes from charcoal powder and squid ink. Wow! So I will be ingesting charcoal powder and squid ink. Alright, let's do this. Opening it up and what? Look at that. It is full on powdered black. This is going to be one of those mind over matter things. I'm just gonna have to get over what I'm seeing and just go for it. Wow, look at this. So weird right now. It is definitely looking like potato sticks that are coated with black powder. I like consommé flavor, or it's like chicken broth flavor, so I am not going to be surprised about the taste. I am definitely more surprised about how it looks, because it looks like it's been coated in ash, and it's not very appetizing to the eyes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Here we go. Still the consommé flavor, but it's going to be a little bit of a mess to eat because of all the powder that comes off. It seems like there's a lot more powder than usual. Some of it is getting stuck in my throat. And the last thing I'll be sharing with you is a cake. More specifically a sachertorte, which is a German chocolate cake. And this one is meant to capture the spirit of Halloween by resembling a black cat. So this is what the black cat sachertorte looks like in its packaging. The body of the sachertorte is the face of the black cat, and there you have eyes and the very cute tiny little pink button nose made of icing, I believe, or fondant. And then at the back you can see 2 dollops of chocolate, and those are his ears. It's a very simple but I think very creative design for a sachertorte. And according to the packaging, the layers of this particular cake says that the coating is of chocolate, of course, and the chocolate sponge cake has a filling of apricot jam, which is of course what a sachertorte is. It is your very basic sachertorte. There's nothing unique or really innovative about the flavors. It's really more about the design. They gave me this really dinky plastic spoon to eat with a sachertorte, but this is a really dense chocolate cake, so I'll be using a real fork instead. Alright, let's take it out of the packaging, and I've transferred over the little black cat onto a white plate so that you can have a better look at the design. I'm not really a cat person, but even I have to admit this is pretty cute. So this is what the cake looks like, the sachertorte. Honestly, it's a very basic design of the sachertorte. All they really did was add the dollops and eyes and a button nose to make it transform into a black kitty cat. Let's cut her open, shall we? Here goes nothing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that went in pretty smoothly. Let's see if it can keep going. So that pretty much made a clean slice, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Yep, looks just like your basic sachertorte. I love sachertortes because they are dense. I love dense chocolate cakes. I'm not a fan so much of like chiffon cakes because I love cakes that are packed full of flavor. And now for the taste test. I'll start from this little corner over here, having to break the shell. It's okay. It's really okay. I mean, you get what you paid for. With tax, this black cat sachertorte was 332 yen. So yeah, you can't expect like high quality chocolate cake at that price, but I got what I was expecting. So I took a couple more bites to get a fuller experience of the taste, and it's really not anything too special. The chiffon cake was your very average chiffon cake. It was quite dry, I thought, for a sachertorte, especially when you consider the fact that it has apricot jam filling scattered throughout the chiffon cake. But the chocolate was legit. It wasn't too sweet, it wasn't too dull, it was somewhere in the middle. I ate about half of it, and because it wasn't like too over the top. It's something that you're able to finish in one sitting, and the portion and the size is not too big, it's not too small. It's just about right for one person, or sharing it with another. I'm going to give the other half to my husband. Before I forget to mention, the Starbucks latte and the Calbee potato sticks can be found in any conveni, I'm pretty sure, but the Black Cat sachertorte can only be found at 7-Eleven. It is exclusive to that conveni. So those are the 3 things I picked up from the conveni. Because they are a limited time food item, I think they're going to be in convenis for only until the end of October. It's one of the ways that Japan celebrates the spirit of the season, or in this case, the event of Halloween. I think that was the first non-Disney video I made for this channel. Even though my channel name is Disney Fan in Japan and I'm all about the Disney scene, which is amazing, there are a lot of other awesome things that Japan has to offer, and I thought, why not share it with you on this channel as well? Because I live in Japan, I share a lot of content similar to this, so if you're interested in things like this, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting that bell. Thank you so much for sharing and spending your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video.